Good morning. You know, anything can work. Anything can work if it's repeated over and over and over again. Anything in your life that you so desire can happen if we just keep staying with the consistency. Oh, business growth, relationships, your health, and even your faith. They all have this one thing in common. And I was thinking and reflecting this morning that it starts with an idea, a belief, and a desire. And then through the small, consistent actions, they become reality. They really do. But what I was reflecting on is the honesty of my life. So I've just got to be honest, like I always have to do, is that consistency gets boring, doesn't it? I don't know. Especially, I find that if I lose sight of why I'm doing it, then I get distracted, then I get bored. And for me, I'm a high ID. I'm a high ID in the personality profile. So I love achievement, I love results, but I also get so bored. It's really important for you to know your personality profile, because when you don't understand truly like what your personality profile is like, your behavior profile is like, you could be working a lot of time against yourself and not having enough understanding of that. But when you gain understanding, then you can put things in place, you can put guidelines, and you can put systems, and you can put ideas in into your life that will help you to keep from not getting bored or not getting distracted, and to keep going the course. And that can be a challenge for me because I get bored, right? But I love consistency. I love systems. I love it when I can, just count on my actions taking place every single day. Like my workout, for example. I keep the same time, I keep the same structure because that's my commitment. I know why I'm doing it, who I'm doing it for, and why it matters. And I just keep that consistency and that structure every day. But if I start getting bored, I have to tweak how I do things so that I can keep that commitment and I can keep that structure. Maybe I'll change the music or the setting or try a new kind of movement, just enough to keep my energy alive. Last night, I jumped on a live on my Facebook page. I actually deleted it because I was like, hey, Grace, you're kind of crazy sometimes. But it's fun. I just like to have fun. That's me. That's how I don't get bored, is I jump on and do wild things in the moment when I have an idea that I share it with the world. But I'm trying this new workout called P-Volve, and it's Jennifer Aniston's workout routine. And I'm really excited because I've seen the results that a girlfriend of mine has had with using this system. And I've been doing the same routine for, I don't know, a few years now. And I just, got bored of doing the same thing. I've had some results. I love the feel of my arms. I love the tone of certain areas of my body. But I'm like, how can I do this better? I need to change things up in order to keep that momentum, to keep me going, that, keeps me committed. But if I change the whole routine, then I might lose the momentum and I have to start afresh. And then the chances are, like I had talked about last week, is that, once you lose your momentum and you stop coming to your commitment, the chances are that you probably may not ever go back to it. And it really applies to everything: your business, your relationships, your walk with God. Faith keeps me steady when the results aren't visible, and they're not always visible. Because even when I don't see the fullness of the outcome, I know something's happening beneath the surface. I was reminded of a scripture this morning before I jumped on, and I believe that it's for all of us. It says, "Do not grow weary while well doing." Do not grow weary while well doing. That's what faith and consistency do. They build the roots before the fruit. So I want you to encourage yourself that you're not going to grow weary, that you're staying to your commitment. Whatever it is that you're building in your life, you're growing in your life, you're growing the people around you, or what it is that you get up every single morning excited to go and do, that you don't grow weary from doing good. Because one day you look up and you realize your body is stronger, your business is thriving, your faith is deeper. You've become the person you've prayed and worked to be, not because of perfection. None of us are perfect. Sorry, guys. We can master some things, but we're not getting excited because of perfection, but because of small, faithful, consistent action that we've taken. Everything improves when you stay intentional and keep your desire alive. And so maybe the real question today is, where do you need to make a small adjustment to stay interested without losing your consistency? What can you do today that keeps the fire alive in what you're building? Because when you show up with faith, focus, and flexibility, results always follow. They always do. But it is in the long game, friends. It really is. So keep showing up for yourself. Keep adjusting when you feel yourself getting bored or, just not having the motivation or the energy that you need to really keep things growing and the momentum that you need to keep. Make adjustments. But keep believing that even when you don't see it, growth is happening. I've been in real estate for 20 years and there's times when you see a lot of things happening when the market is easier than others. That's, you're loving life, you're loving everything. But when the market changes and shifts, it can be really challenging. And it's been challenging. Things in Canada are challenging. No, there's no doubt. It's challenging around the world, but we're not going to focus on it being challenged and it being like a dark time for a lot of countries. We're not going to focus on that. I'm focusing on, and I'm choosing to focus that, wow, I have 20 years experience under my belt. When I'm bringing value to my clients, when I'm sharing about what they need to do in order to move forward, if they want to move forward in their life and moving to a new community or investing or selling their property, downsizing, upsizing, to know the why, the bigger why of why you're doing what you're doing, who you're doing it for, and why does it matter? I can bring value into the conversation because I've lived this for 20 years. I've seen the different markets. I've seen the different experiences and the clients that I've been able to serve. I know what happens when people step out into what they want for their life. And I'm undergoing this project with a client of mine. He's a good friend, good client, and I'm really excited that I get to go a part of, contracting the project. I'm overseeing, I'm ordering, I'm helping, I'm encouraging. It's so much fun. It's not fun for this person because it's overwhelming, but I'm so grateful that this is not new for me. This is not a new game, that I can come in and step in with confidence to serve my clients in their time of need, where they're at in life, in their excitement and their joys and their reflectiveness and their seasons of life, whatever it may be, that I'm able to step in with confidence because of what I took, the steps that I took along the way in my growth, in my learning, in my failing. I read a quote today that, your greatest learning moments is from your greatest critics, from your clients that are your clients, your customers that are not happy. Those are the great opportunities for you to learn. In the markets when they're up or down, these are the greatest times for you to learn. And so I'm just so grateful that whether I'm speaking to realtors or I'm speaking to people in the community or speaking to people, to my clients, it's in these everyday steps. It's in these growth moments, in these stretching times of life that we've been through, that we can share with other people to build them up. So friends, don't grow weary from doing good, for in due time you shall reap your reward. The fruit is in the long game. The fruit of life is when you can stand there and say, wow, I can really bring value, not because of anything just of me. It's the experience and the learning that I've allowed to have and to push through in my life, that I'm able to stand and deliver and help others. So I take this. I hope that this encouraged you. I hope this gave you something to chew on, to spit out, to swallow, to build on, to take that next step. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and help me as I help you. Let's serve one another. And if you know somebody that needs to be encouraged, that could really use some encouragement and some growth and some understanding to what's taking place, the steps that they could take to really live that fulfilling life, to get clarity, to live out purpose, share this with them. Have them, subscribe to my YouTube channel, reach out to me. Let's do a one-on-one call. I offer these one-on-one breakthrough calls just to get some clarity on what your next steps could be. It's free. I share it with you the first 30 minutes just to get some clarity and help you to progress into the next steps of your journey. So reach out to me. I'd love to jump on a call. Love to support and serve you and serve the community. Be blessed, be happy, be safe. Have an amazing, incredible day. Until Friday. Bye, everybody.